Alright, today I'm going to go out and test FSD Beta 10.8 again. This time I'm going to use Waypoints. So what we do is, the first thing I'm going to navigate to, let's see, Coffee Cup Cafe is right on the route that I normally take. So that's where I want to go. If we want to add the next stop, we'll go here, add stop, and we can add it by name, searching, or we can just look on the map and let's say our next stop right near that roundabout. We'll just say here, and we can add that. So now we edit the trip. Unfortunately, it put it in the wrong spot. It put it in between. So all we do is drag here, and now it's in the right spot. So we're gonna go to where Coffee Cup Cafe is first, then Vance Street. We'll add another one, Publix. So this is the route I've tested quite a few times. So up near Coffee Cup Cafe, then to Vance Street in Waynesville, and finish off at Publix in Waynesville. So that's the route we want to take. We'll hit done. Now at any time I could add another stop in there. I can rearrange those, or I can delete stops. If we want to edit this trip, I could just X off any one of those and it would remove it, and it would calculate in between. Now the one problem that it has is if you put in an address, it actually tries to navigate exactly to that address. So for instance, Coffee Cup Cafe actually sits in this parking lot. So what the car will do, if you let it do what it's going to do, is it'll turn left and come to a stop at the end of the blue line. And then you'll hit continue, and it'll go back out and continue on its route. So what we're going to do for this type of trip is, when we get about right here, I'll go in and I'll edit and I'll remove this stop, and it'll reroute me automatically ahead to the next stop. So if you're using Waypoints just to take a specific route like this, like especially for FSD beta testing, the easiest thing to do is just do that. You know, just pick some spots that are on the way, and then as you get close to those, remove those from your route, and it'll reroute you to the next stop. So let's get going. I'm going to go ahead and get us started. Probably not going to let me enable FSD Beta till I pull out onto the road. I'm sitting right in this parking lot. So let's get going. Yep. So as soon as I started moving, you could see the visualization appeared. And it just disengaged. So that was kind of weird. I'm not sure what happened. I may have had weight on the wheel, and it caused it to disengage. One thing I did notice is the disengagement sound is different. So I don't notice it. It's more like the sound that it makes when the light turns green. Why? Okay. Not sure why it started going from the stop sign and then just came to a stop. That was really odd. It's never done that before. Even when I took 10.8 out the first time. Alright, so we're riding right on the center here. And that was actually pretty good. It stayed right on the center line. I'd rather it go further to the right. And here, hopefully it's not going to get as close to the guardrail as it did before. And it is. It's staying really far to the right in this curve. Really close to the guardrail right there. Okay. Okay, you can go. Whoa. I think because the line ended, the yellow line, it just thought it was going to go. I don't know what it was going to do, but it was turning in front of that Challenger. Part of the problem is it pulls into the right lane and then gets in the left. And by the time it gets in the left, there's no yellow line next to it. So I think it just doesn't know where the center is. And I've said before, it really needs to pull out into the left lane directly. It's such a short distance from where I pull out to where I turn that it should immediately get in the left lane. Oh, jeez. That was hard braking. Don't know why, and I'm way back. I don't even know what it's doing. My guess is that the bright sun is causing issues. Stop. The semi is in the way. It cannot see anything. I was just going to pull out. Oh, what the heck? Alright. So I don't know what that was about. Why it just disengaged immediately. I'll have to look at what the message said. It's, yeah, it's kind of strange. That semi was pulled up right to the line next to me on the left, and the car just was going to pull right out. Okay, I had my hand on the wheel there. I was actually purposely putting pressure and it still was blinking. cancel. There's a car right beside me. I don't know why it decided it wanted to be in the left lane. Alright, so here we go into the town of Clyde where the speed limit drops to 45. I'm going to scroll it down to 50. And we're crossing in, going 59, unacceptable. So disengagement. Hit the brakes. Alright, same thing here. Speed drops to 35, so I'm going to drop it to 40. And still going pretty fast. It slowed down more than usual because that truck got in front of us. I had to hit the accelerator. It started to get in the left lane, and there are two motorcycles there. So I wanted to kind of get ahead of them. Alright, so we're coming up on our first stop. That was a really slow turn. Our first stop is up at the top of this hill. So as you can see, the Waypoint wants to actually bring me into the parking lot behind the Coffee Cup Cafe here. And speed limit is still wrong here. It's actually 45. So instead of letting it go into that parking lot, what I'll do is go in here, edit trip, and I will remove Coffee Cup Cafe, hit done. And I didn't do it quickly enough. Nope. Okay. It corrected itself. Thought maybe I didn't change it quickly enough. And it was, for a second there, was still going to turn. So now it rerouted me to the next stop. Okay, that was my fault. Car was just going to go through the yellow light, and I accidentally hit the brake lightly. I won't count that. The speed limit's 50. I don't know why it... Sometimes it adjusts itself to the speed and sometimes it doesn't. And it did ignore that 25 mile per hour school zone sign. Not sure if that's on purpose or not. Now it wants to change lanes. It'll probably change as soon as it passes this car. All right, speed limit's 45 here. Okay, it did catch that speed limit. Sometimes it doesn't. Most of the time it gets it. Alright, so you can see on the nav up here after I make this right turn, it wants to go on this old road still. Navigation does. We'll see if the car actually follows that. So the car should go straight. It hesitated for a second, but went the right way. So that's a first. See, we're actually on the road, which exists, instead of going down this road, which no longer exists after this point, after that factory. So that is correct. That is the way we want it to work. But as you can see, the navigation keeps rerouting, to be on that old road that doesn't exist, when we're obviously on this bridge that does exist. Speed limit is correct here now, which is good. So you can see the old road would go over to the right over there and along that tree line. The car is following the road that actually exists. But when I pass areas where it's incorrect, the car just really lightly brakes, hesitates, I call it. Nope. I forgot to remove this stop. That's my fault. Okay. I was busy talking and forgot to remove that stop. Again, it was showing it wanting to turn. Even though I set the marker on the road back here, it wanted to turn it into a place where it could stop. So there's a parking lot there, and that's where it set the end, even though my marker was up on the main road. So we've just got 2 more stops here. A right turn at this light, and then a left to Publix. So I just wanted to show you on the full screen visualization, you've got your directions on the bottom left here, which are now covered by the camera. Wow, that was nice acceleration. So yeah, the visualization, there's no way to edit your trip. So all your navigation stuff is gone now. It'd be nice if this maybe slid up, if I could swipe that up and edit my trip or whatever right there, but currently there is no way to make any edits while you're in full screen. So if you want to edit your trip at all, you have to go back to narrow screen. There's no longer a 2/3 visualization and 1/3 map. Okay, I don't know why it was starting to move. The light was turning red. Well, if you're gonna go, you better go. Whew. That was it was confident that it could make it, and it did. That's kind of new. Why am I in the middle? There's oncoming traffic, and the car's drifting toward the middle of the road. All right, we are at Publix. So that is the end of this drive. Several disengagements for the same stuff as always. But definitely some improvements, and Waypoints makes the trip so much better. I'm not having to fumble around on the map trying to reroute constantly. So you can set lots of different stops. I haven't tested to see how many, but you can add just stop after stop. All right, thanks for watching.